Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some Brotato. We're gonna play as the crazy, and we're gonna use claw. Claw scales off of melee and attack speed, and we'll just ditch the knife immediately. Arguably, I shouldn't use this character. Wait, hold on. Brawler. That's danger 1. That's danger 3. You know what? Let's have Brawler do it. Unarmed weapons gain more attack speed. With the attack speed gain, it will power us up. So let's try it. Excuse me? Right. That's not a stat. Okay, well, whatever. Both of these characters need to be pushed to danger 5. I'm not super worried about getting every character to danger 5, but I also wouldn't complain about it. Melee. I'll just roll. Let's see. I'm feeling some regen early on. We'll toss this. Yeah, starts with... yes, definitely want that. How's this crit? 2 times crit, so we'll take crit. The claw. Yeah, let's have a claw run. Because I want one. And I think I tried it with one arm, didn't I? And, I mean, it didn't do bad. But it, could have done a lot better. But then we had an amazing run, and that was just, like, freaking sick. So, I can't complain. I don't want to lower my attack speed. Some early speed is good. With 17, I'll just buy that. That way we'll have that spot freed up, because we could get other things. What would I want? What would I want? Also, thank you very much, everyone, for joining, watching Brotato. Always appreciate it. Always a huge fan. I apologize about yesterday not having a Brotato video. I got really sidetracked. We had, there were some car problems, so that ate up extra time. Absolutely, that's great. We'll take the crit. We'll take the attack speed. That's fantastic. I'm gonna pull this up so I can read a comment live, because I've been way too slow at responding to them. I have read them. I'm very, very thankful for all of the comments. Absolutely am thankful for it. And I'm sorry I haven't been reading them out. One of them, so this isn't a Brotato thing, but it just drives me nuts. So Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Years ago, I made a video about how the frame rate, like, with my computer, and I have a good computer, with my computer, I couldn't run it at more than, like, 5 frames per second at, like, 144p, which was super annoying, but... like, I don't even know how to describe it, but, so someone said, Sigh, July 6th, 2023, and it's still not fixed for some people's PCs. J.E., thank you for, reading about the, or leaving a comment about the quotes, and then I will read out some of the quotes. Let's go with, it's a funny thing, ambition. It can take one to sublime heights or harrowing depths, and sometimes they are one and the same. It's from Emily Caldwin in Dishonored. And then we had, you fight like a dairy farmer. How appropriate. You fight like a cow. And that was from Rebecca. I believe that is a quote from Monkey Island. They said sword fighting, so maybe it's a quote from it. Which is good. Very thankful for your comments. Thank you very much. I love reading them. Makes me happy. And I like being happy. So, unique concept, I know. Most people just want misery and darkness in their lives, but I, a true visionary, desire happiness and joy and good things. Also, the cool and awesome, not dumb and stupid, is from Battle Block Theater. It's Hattie Haddington. He's the one who says the quote. I'm pretty sure that's Battle Block Theater. It's by the people who made just slipped the name, Castle Crashers, which is a very fun game. I am a big fan of Castle Crashers. Could I get something, please? Thank you. I'm not going to roll again. I don't want to spend 16. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Speaking of French. Oni and I just watched the finale to one of the shows. It's a French show, that's why I said speaking of the French. And the creator of it lied. And because he said, like, the big reveal is going to happen. There was no big reveal. So he lied. And I think what the case is, because he's no longer going to be part of the project. After this season, he's no longer going to be part of it. So I think what it may have been was, he didn't want someone, or the people who made it didn't want him to be able to do the reveal. Because obviously that's going to be a huge thing. It's secret identity type stuff. So I think that may have been some of it, but also they did not end it on a good part. It was, they basically did like a pseudo reset, and it's always really weak when you do resets. And, like, as soon as it switches hands and they're like, yes, but this is going to change everything. And I'm hoping, because I really like the show, I'm hoping that they maintain the integrity of the project. Because it's so easy to lose the plot. You know, lose the integrity. And you gotta keep the tegrity. Everything fell apart as soon as we lost tegrity. But no, I really do hope that they keep the show. I'll just tell you, this Miraculous Ladybug, it's a kid's show. I like anime. I like, you know, I like good shows. Like, I don't care if it's a kid's show or not. If it's done well, it's done well. And a lot of the time, the finale of, like, any show, or because this is like a pseudo finale, because it's a changing of the guard type of thing. They've had the same primary villain for 5 seasons, and that villain is no longer a part of it. So it's like, it's a changing of the guards, and it can work, but you need to be careful whenever it comes to those kind of things. I don't really want to lower my luck stat. Maybe I should have. Ooh. But yeah, so it not a huge deal, but I can see some major issues, and the creator of the show got more and more political, and keep politics out. I just read something today, and it was like, I can't remember what it was, but it was basically, it's like a good TV show, you know, creates memories. A bad TV show relies on politics, or something like that. Because if you create your universe, your thing or whatever, and Oh, no, hold on. It was a Steve Jobs quote. I don't know if it's actually Steve Jobs, but it's like, a good company focuses on the customers, a bad company focuses on politics, because we don't need politics involved in every single facet. And far too many focus on politics, and it gets sad. Because then they don't make a good product, they make propaganda. It's like Brotato will stand the test of time as, you know, what kind of game it is, because there's no political statement. So if there's a shift in narrative, who cares? This is a fun game about Brotato. And that's the way I want them. And I'm not saying a game or something can't address politics, like Final Fantasy VII addresses, in a healthy way. I believe Final Fantasy VII addresses environmentalism, because the Shinra Corporation is literally sucking the life force out of the planet. Technically a spoiler to a 20-year-old game. Yeah, it came out in 97, so 17 was 20 years. So yeah. Sorry for the spoiler. Definitely no to both of those. And I feel it's handled in a very mature and effective way, because they don't lecture you about it. You know, it's like some of my favorite because I always thought like the PSAs were really cool in shows. Like one of my favorite ones is from Boy Meets World. They had a couple PSAs in it. A lot of them involved Sean Hunter. If you haven't seen Boy Meets World, it was a sitcom in the 90s, and I think it went 93 to 2001, roughly. And it followed the cast, and they had a an alcoholism one, where one of the characters, who does have a pretty rough life, gets into alcohol, and they don't make a big stink out of it. Like, they're like, look, like, you can't do that, it's not good, he's an underage drinker, and they address it maturely, and it's really good. And I feel stuff like that will just stand the test of time, and like, that's what we're gonna remember. You know, those are obviously, alcoholism isn't a good thing, I'm not trying to argue that, but the episode is good because it's something that people can relate to, because it goes all the different angles. Like, you can sympathize why he's feeling that way. And ooh, boy, oh boy. Yeah, they handled it very maturely. It's a very mature subject, which should be handled delicately and with the respect it deserves. And that's, you know, that's something I really like. A lot of the more major issues they had in the show, I feel that they handled in a very mature and, you know, effective manner. Okay, that was a little scary. I'm not going to try and kill him anymore. I'd rather just focus on this. Yeah, but that's something I've felt a lot with shows and stuff. Okay. So we go from 5 to 50, 30 to 50. Crit chance. Ooh, crit damage goes up slowly. I think, I don't know, I'll have to check what blue is, but 2 to 2.3 to 2.5, that's good. Range doesn't change, it speeds up a little bit. And crit goes up, was that 15%? 36. Yeah, 15%. Alright, that's good. Sure, let's take that. No. Just go. We'll just go. But yeah, so that's I don't know, those are my opinions. Are there any PSA, like, it doesn't need to literally be a PSA, but are there were there any of those like touching on more serious topics that you liked? Like, if I remember correctly, I don't super remember the episode, but I believe it was Arthur actually did one of those in September of 2001, where they address that kind of topic, being a tragedy that occurs, and it addresses like how people feel about such a tragedy. Talking about the Twin Towers being destroyed by terrorists. And it handles it, I feel, in a very standing the test of time, because it doesn't address that specific subject at all. A fire breaks out at the school, and there are kids who were there to witness it. And there were kids who missed everything, kids who just heard it. One of the, I believe it was Arthur, his, I'm gonna take Alien Baby, I think. But I believe Arthur's father was in the school during the fire. So someone whose family is directly involved. They had Arthur's best friend, Buster, didn't hear, he was sick that day and heard nothing about it until he got to school. So everyone's like, oh my god, a terrible thing happened. And he's like, wait, what? What's going on? Not denying that it happened, just he had no clue what was going on. So that was like a really cool episode, and it could be any kind of tragedy with, you know, how people handle those things. So I don't know. It doesn't have to be your favorite. Anytime I ask your favorite, I'm not gonna like hold you to it, because like if you ask me my favorite RPG, like I know Final Fantasy VIII's my all-time favorite, but then it's like a tie between Star Ocean 3, Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, there's a bunch of them that like it's like a tie. So what is one you like? The attack speed. Just go from there. But I'm still gonna word it as like one of your favorites. I got one of your favorites. There we go. And obviously that's like really specific. So, actually, here's another question for you guys. Would you like, weird way of putting it, but would you like polls on the channel? I'm trying to do a better job updating and making sure that, like, if a video is going to be super late, I say something about it. I didn't do it today because, like I said, there were problems and I barely had time to get the video going today. And I also didn't have my phone while I was out, so I couldn't even, a lot of times I'll make the post on my phone because I'm not at home. But, more polls and stuff. Like, would you like to see polls? Not gonna take that. Definitely gonna take the 12 speed. That'll help. This, I hate this item. It's such a low amount of HP. If it was like 3 HP for every armor, I know that would bust certain characters. Just absolutely busted. Yeah, okay. Lower their speed, get some more crit up in there. Crits, you know, it's okay. Let's be honest, it's not great. If I pick up a structure, that'll be really good for it. But yeah, so as like some extra stuff I could do, I could have it where you know, having members able to, I could basically ask, like, if members want to post something. I'd have to do that from Discord, so you would have to. It was for members, and then giving it so, like, members could pick, and, like, I'll post memes that members post or something like that. I could just post memes. I could just post memes that anyone does, but as something, you know, I always want to give back to members in extra ways because, the financial support is crazy important, especially with potentially extremely rough waters coming to YouTube. If what I've heard is correct, YouTube is implementing ad block measures, and they're a little pushy. A little pushy, where it's like they'll just flag the content, like the content can't be watched, and it will like auto log you out of YouTube or something. I don't remember exactly. It was some weird things. So it could drive a lot more people away from the platform, you know, into potentially different platforms. It's like with Twitch. Twitch literally does what I'm thinking of, or what could be the thing where it's Twitch forces ads on people. That's why I don't stream on Twitch, because it forces ads. So content creators, they either need on Twitch, you basically can't make money unless people give it to you. And obviously, I want my content to be free for as long. It'll always be free. Like, there might be like some super special one-off video. Maybe it'll be out slightly earlier if I do the skit video, or like skit videos or scripted videos or something like that. But my content is free. Like, that's entirely what I want, because I want it to be very easily accessible to people, because I want to share. And that's not even like, oh, well, no one would buy it in the future. Even if I had a much larger base, I would still want to have it accessible for as many people as possible, within reason. I'm not gonna pay someone to dub Let's Plays. Well, maybe I would if I made enough money, and then I wouldn't care. But like things like that, I'm not gonna do. So technically, it'll always be a little inaccessible. I don't write the script. I don't super hard focus on making sure all the subtitles. I like how YouTube handles closed captioning, where it tries to get it pretty close, and it does. I've looked at it a couple times, and it seemed pretty accurate. It's usually, unfortunately, things like my name that it will mess up. But most English words, I don't know how it does in other cultures, but those kind of things, like, unfortunately, it's like accessibility is becoming a huge thing. Some of them I think are a little silly. I'm not trying to insult anyone who has any of these issues. I think it's fantastic if people can find a way to make do with, or further spread their influence and help people. But I feel like, unfortunately, blind people are going to just struggle with video games because you can't see. 6? Sure, I'll take that. So that's not something like I'm super focused on. Like, that's not, or you know, like the videos and stuff, I wouldn't want to have like some kind of like auto narrate like every single action or something like that, you know what I mean. So I think it was God of War tried to do some things in that vein, which is fantastic. I have, you know, respect for those kind of things being done. I will say this, if you're someone looking for those kind of things, like, bear with developers. Don't complain when developers don't like put that as their top priority, because it costs a ridiculous amount of money to like fund that type of research and development. So it's gonna have to come from large games, because like I think Brotato is made by like 1 or 2 people. Like I think Blobfish is not a lot of people. I could easily be wrong about that, you know, correct me if I am. Also, Blobfish, if you're watching this, thank you for... Excuse me? Dude, honestly, I thought the +10 regen was fine. And Blobfish is like, no, screw you, this item just got busted. Okay, then. That's huge. That's huge. If there's a mod you'd like to see me do, I'm gonna look around. It's a little annoying, but a lot of the times I'll look at other YouTubers, which is primarily Rito, and I'll get mod ideas from him. But if there is I do try to play at my own pace. Like I'm not trying to just copy someone else, but I mean, if there's a cool mod, there's a cool mod. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh no, Rito did that, I can't play X-Statonian. Rito played it first. I'm not gonna do that. And I think I'm not sure if they're characters, but I know he's been doing some modded stuff. So if there is some modded stuff, or mods I don't know about, let me know, please, because I might just do them. Maybe you don't know, and I'll surprise you with them when I find them. Because I'm gonna go look at that, and hopefully see. I've got to double check, 'cause I really want to make sure that they work properly, and I'm not gonna have a bunch of issues, but I'm also not going to thoroughly experiment, because that's just not me. I fly by the seat of my pants. I think the regen down will be perfectly fine. It's like Sag Tomato, I guess. Maybe I should have taken this. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to do endless mode. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Not funny, ooh. Ugh. Sorry. Oh my god. I also need to get shorts up. So go, like, I want to upload like the short form content on all platforms. I want to upload it on Twitter. I want to upload it on Facebook, or Reels, I think is what they're called. Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. I think they're like one and the same and also not, but I want to upload them on that. So if there's ever a funny moment or something funny like that sneeze, please leave a comment with a timestamp, and I will get to them. I swear I will. I have like over 300 prepared. I just need to upload them. And that's my biggest problem. But I will get to them, and I you know, if you want to have your name slapped on, let me know. But either way, so if someone could leave a timestamp to that sneeze, I would appreciate that, because I feel like that was gonna be funny. Maybe it'll sound terrible, in which case don't leave a timestamp to it. But I think that would sound funny. But thank you so very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to become a Giga Chad, become a member for as low as $1, 1 USD a day. A day? God, no. A month. Thank you very much. Goodbye.